Welcome back. Congrats on completing the previous tutorial. In this video, we are going to design a UI for our application on Figma and then later use it for our application. There is nothing technical in this part, so you can chill and relax for a bit. Before starting, let me explain you the process of making a UI first. We'll be designing a page and then we'll be prototyping it. I'll guide you through the way. Don't worry about those terms. Let's hop on the desktop first. So this is my desktop screen and I'm going to go ahead and type in figma.com. You have to type exactly same. You are going to get on their homepage. So what you want to do is log in. If you don't have your account, simply continue with Google and choose any other account that you like personally use. So yeah, we are authenticated as a user now. This can be intimidating to you. If you are using Figma for the first time, yes, this is a little intimidating, and don't get intimidated by my screen because I had done a lot of projects previously. So my screening and your screening can be totally different upon what you have used previously. Now we'll select option called new design file. Now this is the window that is going to pop up. You have to understand two things about Figma. This is a frame. This is a canvas where you're going to draw stuff. If you make a canvas, it's a canvas. It's something where you draw stuff. Okay. For a particular project, we are going to make a frame here. So we are going to draw a canvas basically. I'm going to take 720 by 520. This is what I decided for the project. So it's 780 by 520. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some elements to it. First of all, we'll make a background first. Okay. I'm going to select a frame. You are going to see a lot of options. This is a property window here, and the window on your left is the window where you're going to see frames, your elements and stuff, and on the right window you're going to see the properties of that specific section or the layer that you select. First of all, I'm going to select frame, and then now a section will appear. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to tweak in some settings. First of all, I'll explain you some of the settings. First of all, on the most top corner, you're going to see X and Y, which is the positioning of the frame in the viewport. This is nothing like really complicated actually. It's very basic. W is the width, H is the height. You can tweak in by pressing Alt and then pressing your left click and then dragging your mouse. This is how it works. So first of all, yeah, this is your angle option. You can change the angle of your elements using this option, and this is what you call as corner radius. You can change your corner radius according to what you like if you want a more circular design or a more square sorted design. You have a lot of options here. You can select custom frames according to the device resolution, the device size. This is completely optional, but yeah, for this specific case we want a specific and a custom sizing. So yes, we have selected the custom sizing of 780 and 520. Now layout options, layout grid. This is not really useful for this specific case, so we are going to just ignore it. The option that we are interested in is in fill option. Press fill and then select a color, which I want my frame color to be like this. I don't want it to be a very bright actually. Like it'll look good. Now I'm going to draw a rectangle here, and how I'm drawing a rectangle is like when I press on shape tools, you're going to see a bunch of shapes here. I'm going to select a rectangle here and then draw it. It's as simple as that. I'm going to rotate it like 135 degrees. So yeah, and I'm going to like make its width a little smaller. Now yeah, I'm going to rotate it again according to my preference. This part of the section is completely based on you according to your creativity. I specifically like to make things this specific way, but you can have something different than what mine is. Copy paste, and then so if you're wondering why how am I doing this, so basically what I'm doing is I'm selecting control copy and then control V, then a next thing appears. Okay, so this is how I do it. Now you can see this frame one is parent of these old rectangles. This is how it works, guys. What happens if you remove it from here? It gets out of the frame. So this is not what we really want. here. Now see, this is your complete design. I'm going to select every single thing. Now you can see your option just at the right of the fill options is 100% it is written. So this is the opacity. I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit. Now you can see it looks good. It's uneven because there are two layerings here. Okay, fine. Now this looks good. This is not like the most perfect design, but yeah, it's good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another rectangle at the top. So this is our login screen, by the way. So yeah, I'm going to give it like a little curve, and yes. Now according to the color theory, we should make it a little darker. It should be a little dark. Like this. Yeah, this looks good. This actually looks good. Now I'm going to add in shadow effects so that it like completely pops out from its background. Now I'm going to add another rectangle behind. I'm going to add it behind this rectangle so that this kind of pops out. Now I'm going to reduce the opacity here like to like 15-10% according to your preference, and I'm going to add plus to the effects panel, and I'm going to select layer blur, and then I'm going to select this little icon and then manage my blur. I want my blur to be like a little hardcore blur. Yes, fine. This looks good. This actually looks good to me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this text button and add some text on my screen. So for example, I'll do uh, register. Now I'm going to select this all text and then increase the font size in the into the text section. It's 12 right now. I'm going to increase it like this. Now this font doesn't look so good, so I'm going to change my font as well. Here it is written intern. I'm going to add integral. I guess I don't have that font right now, so I'm going to add Poppins. It's one of the best fonts that I've ever used. I'm going to make it like a little bold. Yes. I think I should add to do here. To do app. That'll look good, and then I'm going to copy this text and then like name it register page account register. I guess I'll put register there, and then I'm going to select this and I'll scale it a little. Yeah, okay, scale it to a very smaller font size, and then I'm going to reduce the weight of the font. Now I guess this looks good. This looks absolutely good. Now you might feel this is very incomplete, but yeah, this is what we have to do right now. Now I'm going to copy the same font. Sorry, I'm going to copy the same frame and then paste it here. And I'm just going to change register to sign in. Yes, this looks awesome. Now I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to paste it here. Now this section will be totally different than what we like previously had. I'm going to deselect all the rectangles here. I'm going to make this rectangle. Uh, I'm going to make this frame color a little darker because I want dark mode. This is for the dark mode actually. So yeah, now this is what we are going to select right now, and then now I'm going to add a panel here. Okay, this is the panel here. I'm going to keep it like a little more darker side. Okay, and then I'm going to add a avatar here. So like I'll make this circle properly even 101, height and width the same. Okay. Now I'm going to make it like a yellow color. I'm going to give it a yellow color. Yeah, this looks totally awesome. Now I'm going to scale this. I'm going to make another ellipse like copy paste one, and then I'm going to scale it down. I'm going to do like this. Okay. Now you guys might be wondering how I did that. I just double pressed it and then kind of scaled it like this. You can tweak in these points actually to make it like according to your preference. So I'm going to make a avatar symbol here. Okay, fine. I'm going to make it red, actually red. Sorry if it looks ugly, but yeah, this is what we got. now Now I'm going to copy this ellipse here again, and I'm going to place it at the topmost. Okay, now I'm going to again scale it down here, and I'm going to make it white. This looks ugly. This is what we are going to do. The text will be very default here, so we don't really need to add a text here, but still fine. We're going to assume that we are going to add a text here. Now I'm going to copy the same board here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to again scale it, make a section here. Yes. And I'm going to give it a little less opacity. And I'm going to do the same here. Fine. This is what we got, and this is our complete design for our application. So I'm going to make a light version of this application here. So what I'm going to do for the light application is I just going to change the frame color to something more lighter, so this looks more light. Now I'm going to make a prototype here. So first of all, I'm going to make my frames apart from each other so that I create no mess for longer for bigger applications. It is very necessary. It's a good practice. I'm going to create a button right now. Doesn't matter, they can be ugly, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to write register here, or write submit. This will be like really good. I'm going to scale it like a little big. Now I'm going to group this button all together by using Ctrl G command, and then later use it again on this button as well. I'm just going to change it from submit to login. Now I'm going to again copy it, paste it here, and then write it dark. Doesn't have to be fancy at all for a specific use case, so don't have to worry about this looking ugly. We just have to check our, or make sure that our plan is completely going according to what we thought. So log out. I'm going to write log out here. I'm going to copy all those two buttons here, again paste it on our second window. I'm just going to replace it to light. Sorry, I'm just going to put it dark. I actually made a mistake here. This should be a light here. Okay, my selections. Okay, fine. Now I'll explain you what prototype actually is. Prototype is actually deciding the navigation of your application. Now we are going to use button as a reference to navigate to certain pages, which is very realistic in this scenario. So to prototype, you have to go to the inspector window at your right, click on prototype here, select a device which you want to prototype on. I'm going to select a TV actually. It's like quite funny, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Now I'm going to select this button. You can see this plus icon here. You can decide whenever I whenever I press on submit button where it should go. So I want it to go to our login screen. Now I'm going to kind of touch it there. Now I'll decide whenever I press login button where it should go. I want it to go on a to do window. Now whenever I press on light, I want it to go on the light window. I want my dark window to go on light window. I want my logout to go on the login window, and I want my dark mode logout also to go on login window. So this is like a wireframe structure, not a wireframe structure, or like these are like kind of wires which shows the navigation of each button. We have never paired the flow to the register button. So what this block does is, as soon as I press on this block and drag it to my register window, now all my application will start from the register window. This is all what it does. So if I press submit, it will go into login. If I log in, then it will go into the to do window. I can press and switch between dark and light modes, and then I can log out as well. As soon as we are done with this, now I'm going to export all my windows to a file, and then we'll later use it for application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all my frames here and then press on export, and then you'll get a downloaded file, and that's all that you have to do it. Whoa, congratulations, you're already a UI designer. Now everything is set up, you have your designs ready. Now we can design a UI that we will be doing in the next part. I hope you understand this part. I'll be uploading all the resources on Drive and links down below. That's all for the video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.